when it comes to high silver concentrate, I think they were around the 20 to 35 dollars per ton. For low silver, it's a bit lower.
Sorry, say again. There was a bit of.
So it's around.
Sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 20 to 40 for high silver and 20 to 35 for low silver.
And sorry, how much for low silver again?
20 to 35. It's normally it's a bit lower. It always depends a bit.
Okay, so it's basically it's very low, right? It's a lot lower than zinc.
Yeah. It's still very low, but it's much higher than the $10 we've seen in February. I think there were a few without any TCs or with negative TCs. We had one contract that made the news. Negative TCs.
Got it. And free metal remains about 5%.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the same.
Got it. Okay, so and what do you think is the sustainable level of the TCs?
God, I mean, when I look where we were 10 years ago, we had TCs of 400. We had price participations for the silver content and so on.
Mm-hmm.
What is sustainable always depends, I guess, on the individual smelters. That's the problem, Some we have very very old operations out there that kind of require these, $200 minimum.
200.
Yeah. But obviously, when you look at some especially Chinese operations, they can cope with lower numbers quite easily.
Yeah, because I'm trying to assess, how because obviously the primary smelting has been extremely difficult, right? So I'm just trying to assess where the reasonable, and I know this is, it's very difficult to call in this market, but if now it's called at about 20 to 40.
Yeah.
Is it reasonable to expect it's going to go for 50 to 70 or more like 80, 100 or 200, 120? Yeah.
I think in the midterm, when you look at normally, where it should be around the 100 mark, 110.
Mm-hmm. Should be around 100. But I'm just thinking what this means if you take the free metal to participate into consideration, right? So we go from LME goes from 2,500 to 2,100. So your free metal at 5% is what is goes from 125 to 105. But then your TC can go from, call it 40 to 100.
Yep.
So overall you're going to make a lot more money, right? So you're going to go from 165 free metal plus TC to 200 free metal plus TC.
Yep.
Okay, so it is positive. It's not that positive, but and in general when you have this sort of mine restarts, is it generally, because obviously you have the LME goes down but TC goes up. So overall is it generally positive when LME decreases because of more supply, or is it generally negative? I know it all depends, but and again, I'm not talking about the situation when when LME decreases because there's no demand, right? Of course, if it's demand driven, then it has to be bad. But when it's supply driven, like in this case.
Yeah, for me, TCs are always supply driven. It's very difficult to make a link between TCs and LME, to be honest. I've never done any statistics around that, but it's always a supply and demand thing, especially because you have the difference with